All right, so I thought I'd take a quick video of our garden. It's 30 feet wide by 20 or 50 feet long. This is an old recycled pool fence that we got for free. Works really good. For some reason, it really keeps the deer out really well. So, not sure why, but so over here, got our tomatoes. And for tomato cages, we just use like some fencing with T-posts stuck in the ground, and at the end of the year, we pull them out and so we can till and everything. That really works really well versus the like tomato baskets. And we just zip tie the tomatoes to the fencing as they grow. That's really worked well for us. First couple of years, we tried to use like tomato baskets or whatever, and they just get really messy. And I guess we're just trying to grow a few plants that work okay. But we didn't have as many tomatoes come up this year as we did last year. And then this is our green beans here. Got my 4 oldest boys picking right now. And child slave labor, that was a good thing. But over here, we have some, we have heirloom green beans. I don't know what variety they are offhand, but so we can save the seeds and replant them. And then over here is just some regular green beans we bought seed, so we can't replant those. Yeah. And then this over here is my wife's carrot bed. So last year was the first year we did carrots. And then, so these are heirloom carrots too. And so we left several of them in there. And you have to leave them over the winter and then the next season for them to go to seed. And so you can collect the seed and then replant from them. But we will have carrot seed for decades to come, right? Yeah. So, and then this is my wife's strawberry bed. So she's redoing it right now because this is what it looks like. So we've had it in there for like 3 years now, I think. And so it has gotten crazy overgrown. We got a tremendous amount of strawberries from it this year, but she's doing this to kind of keep it from getting crazy like that and replanting them. I guess you got to replant them every 3 years or for them to keep. And then we have 1 or 2 volunteer corn in our beans. This is where we planted our beans last year, and then planted our corn last year. I'm sorry, where we have the beans this year. This is an asparagus bed, and it didn't do very well this year, so we're probably going to redo it. And then we have some squash here. I think this is mainly zucchini through here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, yeah, zucchini. And then so last year it was the first year we tried to do the Three Sisters thing. So that's planting corn and then pole beans and different varieties of squash with the corn, and supposedly they all do really well. The way we did it last year kind of ended up as a mess, but this year it's the way my wife planned it out has actually turned out really good. Except a lot of our pole beans didn't come up. Not sure why. They're heirloom, and maybe the seeds we selected weren't the best seeds from last year to plant, but we got some coming up. You can see them. So the green beans, the pole beans, climb up the corn, and so you don't have to put stakes in for the pole beans and stuff. So what you do is you plant the corn first, wait for the corn to start sprouting, then you plant the pole beans around the corn, and then you mound it up, and then you plant the squash. Thank you. Then you plant the squash in between the corn. And so we've got, and I think was it 4 or 6? 4?
No,
Four
it was
corn. 4 corns per mound. So you get some. I think you plant a lot more corn per.
To plant 6, but only 5.
Yeah, sometimes some of them don't come up. So this one's got 5 here. But that way you can plant corn, but then also plant other stuff around it, and you're not just dedicating a whole lot of area just for corn. But so I think we got zucchini in here, and I'm not sure what other kind of squash.
There's cucumber too.
Yeah, oh yeah, cucumber. I mean, cucumber and some other varieties of squash. So this method seems to be working out pretty good for the Three Sisters thing. So we'll probably do that again next year. But we can a lot of green beans. And maybe this year I'll do a video on how I can with the coal forge. But we'll get another shot of the corn and Three Sisters coming down outside row. Maybe that'll give you a little better perspective. Yeah, there.
And the corn has hair.
Yeah.
That's where the corn grows up.
Yeah, there's the ears of corn developing, right? I think this is watermelon or something down here, right? Is this watermelon?
There's some watermelon.
Watermelon. We've tried watermelon a couple of years. We really haven't gotten a whole lot from
They
it.
were
But
tiny.
they were tiny last year, but I think that might have been because there was so much overgrowth and it was just a mess, and I don't think they grew well because of that. So we'll see if we get anything this year. I think maybe we have some cantaloupe planted. Not sure. I don't remember. My wife planted that stuff. So I mainly do the green beans, but anyways, got any questions? I'm in no way an expert gardener, but let me know. We've been doing this garden here for about 5 years or so. In the first year, the ground was really hard. It was basically grass, and I tilled it up. I have a 4-foot tiller for my tractor. I tilled it up, and it was just rocks and everything. It was just really hard and tough. And so every year we've gotten manure, and sometimes we've put some hay too in. But manure from my brother-in-law's farm. He has horses and chickens, and so I go get and cows. And so I go get a dump truck load. I have a small dump truck. I get a dump truck load of manure, and we've been doing that every year, and then the ground has gotten a lot better. So it just takes time and work to get you, if you're starting brand new, get your ground good. Helps if you have a source of where you can go get that stuff. And I'll just show you on the outside. We have sunflowers. These are heirloom sunflowers too. Got some bees, some bumblebees up here pollinating. It's always a good thing. So this cage down here, I think it was last year.
Keeps the rabbits out.
Yeah, last year I think it was the first year we did sunflowers.
And the rabbits ate all of them.
Yeah, the rabbits, as soon as they grow up a little bit, the rabbits would gnaw them off, and so my wife put this cage down, and that way it gives them a chance to grow up, and then once they grow up like this, then they, the rabbits don't bother them. Or I guess they can't really get to them still, but so that's really helpful. And they just grow up right through the cage. My wife's really smart. She's an electrical engineer by trade. Right, guys?
Yeah.
She's good at problem solving. She solves the problems and then tells me how to fix it, and then I fix it. So
Yep.
sometimes she fixes it on her own, though. She's great. Anyways, you got any questions, let me know. If it's helpful, let me know. And Well, see you next time.